South 10-23-83. Lead Scoresby 6-9-45. The Basin 15-13-103. Lead Templestowe 10-8-68.
Big quarter there by the Basin.
Park Orchards 10-5-65. Lead Ringwood 7-6-48. Upper Ferntree Gully 14-11-95. Lead Heathmont 1-5-11. And in Division 4, Coldstream 10-9, lead Kilsyth 9-12.
9-point lead to the Balwyn Football Club as we head into the last term. Can Norwood get the first break? Here's Jordan, gets a little handball out wide, got chopped off there by Waller. That was good play, went after it again, got the handball away. Weatherald, an up and under kick into the middle of the ground. He was trying to spot up Bain, who went hard at the football and took a ripper mark. Handball out wide, finds Cross on the right boot, goes up towards the half-forward line now. Trying to pull in a one-hander there was the big man in Blake Broadhurst, and umpire comes in and wraps himself up, and we'll have a bounce. 48 metres out from the Balwyn goal line.
Expect a big finish out at Donvale Reserve. Donvale 12-9-81, lead Nunawading 12-6-78, and out at Walker Park 11-12-86, Mitcham lead Whitehorse 10-7-67.
Tregear on the left boot, who's been kept really quiet this afternoon. Shane Tregear is... Ball goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. Hard to pick who the best players are today. There's been plenty of really serviceable efforts right there. Good team performance by both sides as the umpire brings it back in. Broadhurst versus Wynn. Wynn had the front spot, got that down soupy. Little handball out wide. Here's Fraser on the right boot. Can he bring it back enough? It's going to fall about 20 metres short. In the hot spot there was Goss. It fell off his chest, went after it again. Right on his hammer was Deckler and forced over the boundary line and out of bounds for a throw-in. They cannot afford Norwood for Balwyn to get the first goal in this final term, Brash.
No, you're right, BWS. I think it's... I think Norwood need to score the first one.
Barker takes it out of the ruck. Can he get enough? Oh, have a look at this. It's rolling. Oh, then chopped off at the last moment. I got excited. Just not enough purchase on the football, and Calder will bring it back in. 10-point margin now. 73 plays 63 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 2 minutes into the final term.
Bit of scouting work from East Ringwood being done. Marcus Pizzaglo and Adam Hines just to the left of our caravan. Obviously East Ringwood and North Ringwood playing tomorrow afternoon. Meeson dropped the mark. English takes it out the back of the pack up towards half forward. McCormick just calls himself into it. Under pressure, great work there from the Balwyn player in Tregear. Couldn't quite do much with it. Up towards Weatherald, who just kicks into space. Win. Handballs back, finds McCubbin, who gives to his skipper and John Holmes. Holmes inside 50. McCormick once again was the target. JV Johnson came across, tried to cut it off. Nice shepherd there to try and give Balwyn a bit of time and space. Good handball across the back of the pack, finds Weatherall. They're working in a phone booth, but they managed to get it out. Crossed, Gilchrist, and now the short chip kick over the top to find a bit of space. So Bain, through centre wing, commentary side. 2.5 minutes gone. It's currently a 10-point lead to Balwyn. Down the line, Broadhurst the target, going to fly over the top. Goss couldn't quite do much with it, and ball spills over the boundary line in front of the makeshift canteen and a bar that's going on here at Norwood for season 2015. Ball thrown back in once again. Tapped down by Goebbels, goes up as the ruckman. Gilchrist gets it away, back to Goebbels. Short chip kick on the left foot. Barker, beautiful mark.
Oh, great mark.
Just out-muscled his opponent 110%.
Yep.
And it takes the mark about 15 metres out in a 45-degree angle. But
once again, the class of both Goebbels and Gilchrist there set up that opportunity here for Luke Barker. And he should make no mistake here. Balwyn really have had control of this game for the last 15 minutes.
You mentioned fitness. There's about 4 blokes stretching out, so that's going to play a massive factor. But more importantly, Luke Barker has swayed that one to the right-hand side, through for one behind. 10-14-74 Balwyn. Norwood 9-9-63 on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
Oh, I think there's a mistake on that.
Given that a goal.
They've given that.
It is a goal.
Oh,
that is dead set a point.
I thought that was a point. Yeah.
That must be the easy.
Oh, there you go.
I tell you what,
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's happened there, because I could have said 110% that was a point. Alas, it's a goal. Alas, Balwyn now 11-13-79, lead Norwood 9-9-63. 4 minutes gone, final time. Tuesday match stats.
Well, I was going to say that was 1 goal, 7 from set shots in the second half, but now 2 goals, 6 with a favourable umpiring decision.
I've got to say that not only have the players had it hard in front of goal, but the goal umpires maybe haven't fared as well.
That was unreal.
Must be the evening.
I have to sit down after that. Is it a full moon?
That was payback for the one that got called upon.
So the biggest lead of the match, 16 points, is in the favour of the Balwyn Football Club. Can Jordan get a clearance? He can for the Norwood side. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Williams has got to stand up and take the mark. He got spoiled at the last moment. Weatherall got a nice little handball out wide. That was good play. Crow, in turn, gets a little short handball out, and they're trying to get out of that danger zone. Good play there by Murray. He was a cool head in a tough situation. The kick goes up towards the wing position.
Well done.
That was an absolute ripper mark, and it's been taken there by Smith. On the right boot now, swings it back around. It was dangerous, but Jordan, who's had a ripper game, got the handball off. Holmes inside forward 50. It comes out towards the Williams direction. He just flicked it over the top to Jessup. In turn, he was running. Got that over to Poynton. Got it to McCubbin. This way, then that way. Short passes on. Oh, it was absolutely terrible. And he turned the ball straight over. The kick now by Balwyn out towards the wing position. Nearly a high tackle there on Matty Declar. It was stiff, but it was there. It was stiff, but it was there. Lachlan Bain, who's had a fantastic first game for the Balwyn Football Club.
Yeah, you're right there, BWS. He's played really well, this boy.
Receives the free kick. Out wide. Fraser. Short pass was an absolute shocker. Shank off the boot. Dixon chops it off for the Norseman. Crowd really firing up now. Norwood need the next goal. It was a wobbly sort of kick into the middle of the park, and it was taken there by, I think it was Gilchrist who got the handball away. Inside forward 50 they go now. They go the right way. Then Barker just bags it on his boot and he puts it over the goal umpire's head with a bounce by Jew. 2 bounces through for a goal. Barker gets his third, 2 in as many minutes, and Balwyn, it seems, at a 22-point lead, might be almost running away with this game.
Yeah, look at...
Right through the middle of that one, by the way.
The floodgates have opened here, but I've got to say, Luke Barker, that is a clear example of a player who knew exactly where the goals were. I actually thought that was a mark. He thought it may have been touched, but he just banged on the boot, knowing where they were, and the ball did the rest of the work.
Great awareness by Barker there.
So back in the middle once again, 12-13-85, plays 9-9-63. 6.5 minutes gone, final term on EFL Game Day, thanks to the Pancake Parlour. Wonderful people at the Pancake Parlour. I've got now a few more vouchers as no one came to collect some at half-time. John O'Wynn taps it down, trying to get back into this game. Gould gets it away, finds his captain who was under a fair bit of pressure. Umpire said he got the handball away. Gilchrist, who has definitely stepped up in this last term.
Yep.
Handball's over to Meeson, just bumbling along, trying to pick it up. Was pushed in the back. Umpire said no. Great work from Gould. Gets it across to English. Takes on the opponent. Jordan, under a lot of pressure, trying to get it away. They're stuffing around with it, the Norwood Football Club. Meeson tries to pick it up. Johnson in there as well.
Oh, there he is.
Gilchrist once again in gets the handball away. Nice work to Waller, inside forward 50. No real target back there. Plenty of numbers back for Norwood, and they should clear out the commentary side. Plenty of room for Dixon to move. Kicks up towards McCubbin. Should be able to take down Cross. Short chip kick. Pressure situation. Just
well
stood there
done.
waiting for it. Gilchrist is certainly putting his hand up for best on ground this afternoon thanks to Concave. Win almost takes a beautiful mark. I tell you what, he's been that close to being best on ground in this last term. Holmes. Handballs away, finds Johnson. Gives back to Hill. Hill sells a bit of candy, gives to Wynn. Now back to Gould. Just got a bit of time to work. Now the pressure comes. English just bombs it down the line. McCormick's there. He's going to have to beat 3 though. Hard up against it. Bate was in there as well. Hard to believe we got the 2 redheads mixed up. And the ball sits right in front of our commentary position. 8 minutes gone, final term. Juiced up match stats thanks to Subi Campbell.
Inside 50s his final quarter, 5-3 in favour of Balwyn.
Good tap from Watts. Although McCubbin's the only one sitting back at the pack. Ducked into that beautifully. Great work there from McCubbin to win the free kick. Gilchrist not overly happy about it.
It is what it is, Rennie.
So Norwood another chance to go forward through McCubbin.
Zach McCubbin. There's not much presenting for him, so he's just got to kick it to the hot spot. So he goes up towards the McCormick direction. He might have been held without the football. Good call, Andy. Spy saw it. Just what the doctor ordered, this one. Inside forward 50, McCormick kicks it to the hot spot. Nobody was home though. There was a lot of Tigers there at the last line of defence, and they're going to break themselves out of this defensive zone. And good play too, neat skills on the edge of the centre square in the arms of Christian Waller. Goes further afield out wide.
Full time at Zeb, East Donny East, 15-12-102, defeated Moorabak 8-10-58.
Ain't life peachy as the mark's been taken by Tommy Roach, who has been sensational today.
Bayswater lead 9-7-61 over East Burwood, 6-11-47. Croydon 13-9-87, lead Doncaster 7-6-48.
Short pass. Jeff Goebbels. It's not often we've called a game where Jeffrey hasn't kicked a goal, but he's got other duties this afternoon and he's done a good job too. Alan Murray, who after quarter time really has come into this game. Short passes on. And they're doing it in bits and pieces here, the Balwyn Football Club. They go inside forward 50. It was a 3-on-1 situation there favouring the Norsemen, and over the boundary line it goes and out of bounds.
I know it's only the first game of the season, but Norwood need to start finding other avenues to goal rather than trying to use Williams all the time.
Yeah, they were very Lee Williams-centric there.
Lee Williams.
Yep. Yeah, I'd agree with that too, Brush. As seen one-dimensional a little bit too often this afternoon as Holmes handballs over the top. Spots up his teammate in Jessup, released the football. That was good. Jordan's been very good, and the umpire's going to ping him this time. Holding the ball, but I suppose Williams is such a superstar forward, but he's been well held as well, so...
I suppose they were forced into it last year, Brash. Obviously, with Williams going down, then McCormick really had to become that number one option.
Yeah, but they haven't used McCormick as well as they could have today.
Switching the play, Weatherald.
Bit of a stinker from Matty McCormick, actually.
Really like Weatherald as a player. Always does his job. Goes to Crow, who was dead man walking apparently to AKR only in the third term, but he's back out having a good old crack at it. Jared White out wide. Might receive it back here.
And knees.
On the right boot, snaps the ball inside forward 50. It's going to be a bouncing footy over the top of Stuart Hill's head. Which way is Hilly going to go? He's going to use the hands over the top, put his teammate under a lot of pressure. I'm not too sure where that was going. He wanted Matty Jessup, but ball spills loose. Now the Tigers have another chance to get the ball inside forward 50. Sean Cross has it. On the right boot now. Spears a pass inside forward 50, but to no avail, and Norwood are going to look to clear to get away. Mark's been taken out there by Ambrose. We've got to move the ball quickly here, and they've got to have clean skills, so why not give it to the skipper to start the ball rolling, and he just chips it up into no man's land. Put his teammate under a lot of pressure there in Jessup. Handball out wide was chopped off by Jared White, who paddled it to his advantage, and he's going to go again. Keep going, son. That's fantastic play. On the left boot, sends it inside forward 50. That is brilliant play. Almost pancake parlour play of the day, Dyson Baker. It was almost lovely. And the ball has been marked. Oh no, it's actually gone over the boundary line, out of bounds. If it had been marked, it could have possibly been that very thing. Umpire brings it back in now. Win, double fister, straight down into the arms of Hill. Poise, got the handball across there to Calder. He was looking to go back to Hill. Instead it was chopped off and the kick goes up towards the wing position. This is what they've got to do. They've got to go long and kick out to space. Lee Williams a long way out from goal. He's got Crow right on his hammer. In fact, it is Chris Pendlebury who's been actually on his hammer all day.
He's done a good job.
Yeah. He's been excellent.
He's got the points there for sure.
No doubt about that. Lee Williams, got 2 goals for the day, and they were early in the piece
both
too.
In the first quarter.
Yep, so it comes out now. Win. Handball over the top. I was chopped off by Wright. And Sean Cross, I tell you what, he's had a fantastic game as well as he kicks along the wing position, looking for his teammate there in Bain over the top of his head. He might actually get the spill now. Fumbling after it. Oh, he was very clean and he's picking that up. Kicks the ball inside 50 over the top of Barker's head. He had his Newman there to contend with. He put his handball over the top. Almost playing for a free kick there was Declan, but he got the ball away. Weatherald links up nicely. Now the Norsemen might be able to go through the middle. Here they go. Johnny Holmes on the right boot into the middle of the ground. They've just got to keep the ball moving forward. Here's the big man in McCormick. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Got a lot of purchase on it, and it's a downfield free kick. So
25. Encroach on the mark.
Yeah, but he played on though.
The umpire didn't call play on, and that's why that free kick's come on.
Davey Johnson took the mark.
4 metres off the line.
I reckon it was soft.
I thought it was play on as well, but the umpire didn't call it. So to the letter of the law, it is the right decision.
It's soft.
Yeah. We've watched a lot of players just fall short from this position all afternoon. He's just outside the arc, but he can unwind. He's a big left foot kick. He unleashes and he pushes it to the right hand side and through for a minor scoreboard. And he go back scoreboard. That's the 10th on the board for the Norwood Football Club. 14 minutes gone. 9-10-64. Balwyn 12-13-85. It is a 21 point margin. Dyson Baker.
Jackson Weatherald wastes no time. Finds Roach. Roach has got Gilchrist on the lead. He's going to have to beat 3. Decides to go further afield.
Great mark.
Wrong hands.
Fantastic work there from, I think it was Cadell.
Yep.
Short chip kick over the top, finds Rennie Watts. Pretty much right on defensive 50, hard up against the boundary line. Commentary side here at Mullen Reserve. 21-point lead in favour of the Tigers. Kick up towards centre wing. Goss has 2 to beat. Got stuck over the back, couldn't quite do much about that. Pushes it forward. Bain in there as well.
Did well, Goss.
Diving on it, Goss. Yep. And held up. Dixon says you're going nowhere. Two-stat match stats thanks to Grant Campbell.
Inside 50s in this final quarter, 10-5 in favour of Balwyn, and they've had 40 kicks to 21.
Meeson and 1-0 all draw in the ruck.
Throw.
English threw it out. It didn't get cited by the umpire.
Nice.
Another throw over the top.
Yeah, had to happen.
So the free kick going the way of Ambrose.
Bit of justice there.
Oh, that should be 25.
That is, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Ambrose played that beautifully. He could have quite easily gone and got it himself. He thought, no,
what if he was a basketballer?
I think I'll just take the extra
when he threw it
25.
back,
Yeah.
Balwyn are just stuffing around with this a little bit. They're giving excuses for Norwood to get back in this game, so they've just got to be careful about how they keep playing.
Ambrose's kick was terrible. Turned it over straight away. Cadell stood up in his last couple of minutes. Like his work off halfback. So kicks up towards centre wing once again. It's a 3-on-1. Rennie Watts has a lot to beat. Win was there. DeClure will be first to meet it. Short chip kick, wasn't flash, but it found its target in Ambrose. True centre wing position, commentary side, finds Jordan. Jordan went to play on, got stuck, stranded. Gould under a lot of pressure. Great work there from John Meeson. Jordan just gives it away. Meeson now the handball. Ava bombs it towards the forward 50 to no one in particular. Balwyn look like
Well
they're playing
done,
20
Bate.
players at the moment. Fantastic work from Bate. Tries to keep it going forward. Bate now has a chance to load up on the left boot. Sends this one beautifully.
Oh.
And that's the goal that the Norwood Football Club needed. Matty Bate has his first of the afternoon. Pushed forward in this last term. And I tell you what, they still live to breathe another day. 10-10-70, a 15-point lead to Balwyn, 12-13-85. 16 and a half minutes gone, final turn on AFL game day.
To say they needed that goal, Norwood, was an understatement. Balwyn have been all over him in the first 15 minutes. Then all of a sudden an opportunity comes and Norwood take it.
Well, Matty Bate created that opportunity by a fantastic spoil and then received the handball out and slammed it home. So
almost pancake parlour player of the day style.
Anything that can lift aside, that would certainly be it as the ball comes out now. Waller on the left boot for the Balwyn Footy Club. Kicks it up towards the half forward line. Beautifully done by Goss. Hasn't he been a star this afternoon? Can he slam home a goal? What an answer that will be. That is lovely. That is the pancake parlour play of the day. Fantastic goal there. That's his third of the afternoon, and I'll tell you what, that only took 25 seconds, but they answered with aplomb there, the Balwyn Football Club, and I think that they might have just sealed themselves a victory.
Yeah, I think they will go on and win this game. To say it, that was the pancake parlour play of the day. I think I totally agree with you there. BWS, that was lovely.
Great work from you there, Andy Pale Archer.
You enjoy that.
Thought the call was pretty good too.
Yeah, so.
We'll throw that on the highlights reel. Ball back in the middle once again. It's promo material, that one. 21-point lead once again to the Balwyn Football Club. Meeson couldn't quite get the tap down. Plenty of numbers around the contest for Norwood. Diving on the ball there was Davey Johnson. Held up right in the centre. We'll have a secondary ball up. Ball thrown up once again. This time Wynn had front position, but Meeson just grabs it out of the ruck. Ava's in there. Got to beat Watts. A lot of pressure now. Balwyn have the numbers. Goebels there. Gives it away to Gilchrist. Handballs over the top. Manages to find a teammate in Tregear. Inside forward 50. Kick wasn't that flash. Goss has to do a fair bit with it. And umpires called him for a throw. Allegedly did too much with it.
Bit of lip as well. So 25-minute penalty.
25.
Got to say though, Balwyn, they've just been the side that's been willing to run harder throughout this game, especially as the game has worn on. So no surprise to see them 21 points up and most likely grab the 4 points.
So the free kick going the way of Newman. Gives it away, finds DeClure up towards the forward 50. Can't quite find the target. Pretty much the story of this second half. McCormick under a lot of pressure and he's been called for holding the ball. So a free kick going the way of Balwyn. Centre half back out of side.
Gee, for a guy that's had a crook shoulder and a crook knee, he moved well there. He's like Lazarus, Rod Crow.
Don't forget his crook back as well.
Take it easy, bro.
Wetherald.
Pretty sure he had some concussion at one point.
We'll just keep him muted because Aaron Keekby-Reddy doesn't have a right of reply at the moment. Chris Pendlebury Got a Paddock to work in, kick short, find his captain in Rennie Gilchrist, putting his hand up for Conco Player of the Day. Plenty of numbers around. I tell you what, this bloke's worked hard all day. John O'Wynn can't quite grab it though. Plenty of space out wide for Wright to work in, just needs to find a target. Click short to Meeson.
Been good.
Had to work for that one, the old man. Short up the line. Beautiful kick, finds its target there in Bain. Also been good. Bain up towards full forward. Goss the man, the target. And can't quite take the mark. Ball spills over the boundary line and out of bounds.
I reckon one of the key areas that Balwyn have actually taken control of this game is the fact their tackling pressure around the ground has been exceptional all day, and I think they've created a lot more chances but just haven't shown it on the scoreboard.
Yeah, no, I think Norwood, the way they've played it at times, it's been a little bit unnecessary. They just haven't had the time to do, to make the decisions that they would normally make, and for them to, obviously win this game. And then Balwyn have broken and really have wrapped it up well.
Around the grounds, thanks to the local burger company.
Full time at the range in Croydon. Croydon 14-12-96. Doncaster 9-7-61. In Division 1, Montrose 8-9-57. Went down to Vermont 8-19-67. 10 points in favour of Vermont. A fair few results starting to come through.
You can keep going if you like as the ball's out of bounds in the forward pocket for Balwyn.
Park Orchards 13-6, 84 have defeated Ringwood 10-11-71. 3 wins for the first time ever for the Park Orchards Football Club.
Awesome.
Still a very handy lead in favour of the Upper Fentry Gully Football Club. Just looking as the results come through. Siren Nuttawading Titans win by 11 points. Their first win since round 1,
Fantastic.
2014. Magpies gallant in defeat. You can hear more about that from Aaron Hurl at 5:40 on the BGC Bayswater post-match show.
Ball about 25 metres out from the Balwyn goal line. They'd like to celebrate with another one. We've hit the 20-minute mark, so there is still time if Norwood can pile on a few quick ones. And it's not looking that way. Balwyn just keeping the ball in their zone that they need to. English, who's gone pretty quiet in the second half, went with the right boot and over the boundary line and out of bounds. It goes.
Good afternoon to Sam Blees, who's here watching his former teammates, and Lee Williams. Full time out at Glen Waverley and Warrandyte. Warrandyte 13-8-86. Glen Waverley 2-8-20. Most of the rest in Division 4 are 3/4 time scores.
Could be a long year for the Hawks.
Handball out by Cross. They're going forward now. The Tigers going goalward. This might have gone the whole way. What a fantastic goal that was from
22.
about 65 metres out. Christian Wallow just saw it go through, but it touched the post on the way through. So it's a point.
Jeez.
Put it in the other column, Brush. As Dixon just plays it to himself. The margin is 22 points out here. 22 minutes gone as well. 22. Rest in peace, Richie Benno. Yep. The umpire calls holding the ball on the far side of the ground. And,
there's a bit of skin being shown over there.
And not through hanky-panky as the ball comes across the face here. Matthew Deckler takes the mark. Kicks up towards the half-forward line or thereabouts. Matty Bate on the left boot now, kicks it towards Williams. He's got to get down low. He couldn't quite bring the football in. Pendlebury's right on his hammer. Williams went after it again, so too did Pendlebury. He nearly copped one high. Nicely done there by Ambrose. Little kick around the corner. Can he squeeze this one back? No, he cannot. Minor score is the result. 21 points is the margin. 23 minutes gone here in the final term. Grant Campbell, some stats that matter thanks to Chewstat.
Yeah, in the last quarter, Bournemouth had 56 kicks. Norwood 35, so they're just been getting far too much of the ball compared to Norwood in the second half.
Blackburn have trailed all day and ended up getting up by 6 points.
Thank God for that.
What's that supposed to mean?
Final term. Blackburn 13-8-86, Lillardale 11-14-80.
Great comeback there by the Burners as Cross goes out wide. It was risky business.
117-point victory to Noble Park over South Croydon. 6 goals to Shane Allen, 5 to the Zig.
Oh, holy dooly. Here goes Tom Roach. Has one bounce, has 2. He might even make it 3 here and goal the way. Kicks it to the hot spot. It's a good-looking kick. Nice spoil there by Hill. No. Here's Goss on the left boot. Can he make it 4? Of course he can make it 4. Great goal there by Goss. And Balwyn have run away with this game now. A fantastic display, especially in this last term, to hold Norwood at bay and continue to get the goals on the board. Bendigo Bank score, but 24.5 minutes gone here in the final term. Margin out now to 27 points. Well done to the Balwyn side.
They've prepared to work harder. They've prepared to run, faster and harder and get to the ball. Obviously, because of that, they've actually possessed the ball more often, and they've been clean in their disposal, and that's really been the difference for me in this game. The fitness and obviously, the lack of turnovers, I'd say, and the pressure that they put on Norwood has been supreme.
Dennis Knight mentioned that fitness is going to be a massive factor at three-quarter time. It has been, and Balwyn have just run out this game perfectly into the 25-minute mark of the final term now. As Murray tries to get a handball away, Cross under a bit of pressure, plenty of players around the footy. Gould in there as well for Norwood. Handball came out there from Roach. Couldn't quite get any purchase on it, did Waller. Still trying to work out of the phone books there was Cadell. So free kick going the way of Norwood.
How many of us picked Balwyn in the caravan today?
I think I said Norwood.
Yeah,
I said Norwood.
Although my premiership tip's looking pretty good at the moment. They'll sit undefeated at the top of the ladder as the kick comes in. Couldn't quite take the mark there. Was Ambrose, who's also pushed forward now, trying to make something out of nothing now. Norwood late in this game. Gilchrist hard on the outer side. Finds the target in Goebbels. Kick was cut off. Great work there from Ava. Kicks to Bate. Bate's got plenty of room to work in.
Easily
right in the centre of Mullen Road. Mullen Reserve, I should say. Lee Williams under pressure as he has been all day.
Very soft free kick.
And he'll win the free kick.
Incredibly soft.
Just back beautifully into Chris Pendlebury.
Got to say, Chris Pendlebury's had an absolute blinder today, and that he just does not deserve for that free kick to be given against him. Anyway, he'll probably miss Lee Williams, so it's fine.
The old football fairies.
They have a way of working themselves
Grant Campbell,
out.
thanks to Choose Tap.
Well, I got a special comment rather than a stat. Every set shot has missed to the right, I reckon, today. So let's see how smart Lee Williams is. He should be aiming at the left post.
Subi's called it thanks to Choose Tap. Lee Williams puts it on the boot and misses right. Ball up to the top of the goal square. Doesn't even make the distance. Balwyn a chance to clear away.
Yeah, he's pretty proud of that one, but Barker did kick one straight through the middle in the third term down that end as it comes out now across the half-back line. Sorry to rain on your parade, Soupy, but you are spot on. It comes out now, Weatherald. Which way is he going to go? Over the top. Nice little handball. They're just running down the clock here nicely, the Balwyn Football Club. And
said every shot that had missed.
He did
not the ones that went through the middle.
Touche, my friend. Touche.
Is that like the shot that missed at the Mullen Road end? One that went
Pyer starts it again. Fair old knock by Mason there. It was as good as a kick. It came out to the way of Dixon. Tried to go backwards, teammate fell over. Stuart Hill's come a fair way down the ground, got it back. Dixon, scrambly old kick up towards the Rhett Jordan direction. Had a teammate there in support, and they'll go through the middle. This is okay. Calder will swing around on the left boot now. He'll look for the Williams direction. The kick wasn't good, but he might have a chance to go after it here. Pendlebury's right on his hammer. He didn't have the pace, but he got enough. Almost stacked him. Williams got a handball out, 20 metres out from goal. Went for the 1-2, got the handball away. Can they somehow scramble the goal here? The pressure from the Balwyn side has just been fantastic all day, and they've been able to clear it.
That was an immense
free
effort.
kick downfield.
I reckon that piece of play just summed up why Balwyn
And that should be
won this game
25 as
today.
well, almost. But Pendlebury, well, he tried to milk it.
Mitchell have won by
Gilchrist, I should
53.
say.
Mitchell have won by 53 points. Waverley Blues have won by 80 points at home to Mulgrave.
Oh, it makes for an interesting Anzac Day clash. Waverley Blues versus Doncaster East to this stage. And there's a siren, and the Balwyn Tigers, well, they get their redemption. They won't call it that. They get their first 4 points in round one for 2015 against the reigning Premier Norwood. A fantastic four-quarter performance. It was tight so long throughout the match, but the